Number 5. The Blueberry Scallop. You think scallops just sit there waiting to be cooked in butter? Think again. Behind that little shell is a 360-degree camera rig that would make NASA jealous. Meet Pectinidae, the astronomer of the seafloor. Along the edge of its shell are hundreds of tiny sapphire eyes. Some species have over 200, each smaller than a grain of sand, each glowing blue. Together they create a near-panoramic view, spotting predators from every angle. But the real magic's inside. Instead of lenses like ours, each eye uses a concave mirror lined with guanine crystals, the same stuff found in DNA, to reflect and focus light onto the retina. And it gets better. Each eye has 2 retinas, one for detail, one for low light. Basically day mode and night mode, centuries before Apple thought of it. So how does a brainless clam process all that data? For years, scientists thought it was simple reflexes: see light, close shell. Wrong. Turns out the scallop has a central nerve hub that acts like a biological server. It tracks motion, identifies shapes, and even directs its sensory tentacles toward danger. Translation: the scallop doesn't just see, it analyzes and decides. If humans had to build this, we'd need the James Webb Space Telescope. The scallop did it hundreds of millions of years earlier in pocket size, using proteins instead of mirrors. And when a starfish gets too close, it claps its shells like a jet engine and blasts off. That's not just survival, that's AI propulsion with seafood flair. Give it Wi-Fi and it could livestream its escape in 4K. Number 4. The Nautilus. If the ocean had a museum, the Nautilus would be the crown jewel, an ancient submarine still cruising after 500 million years. It's survived 5 mass extinctions, watched dinosaurs rise and fall, and never once updated its design. It's the last of the shelled cephalopods, the ancestor of squids and octopuses. Its spiral shell is a masterpiece of natural engineering: 30 airtight chambers, each acting like a biological ballast tank. A living tube called the siphuncle pumps gas and liquid between chambers, letting it hover or dive without flexing a muscle. By day it hides 2 to 1,000 feet deep. By night it ascends to hunt, basically prehistoric night mode. Now its eyes. That's a whole other story. No lens, no focus mechanism. Just a pinhole. Light enters, projects an inverted image onto the retina like a black and white camera from 1900. Close the hole and you get sharper but darker pictures. Open it and it's brighter but blurry. Resolution about blob detection level. It doesn't need details. It just needs to know something's moving. Nature basically said, who needs autofocus when you can film a horror movie? Compared to its slick descendants, the Nautilus is the analog camera of the deep. It hunts with 90 sticky tentacles, no suckers. Just natural glue, perfect for catching shrimp, crabs, or anything foolish enough to drift by. Its sense of smell is razor sharp. It can sniff dinner in pitch black. With a lifespan of 20 years, and a pace slower than evolution itself, the Nautilus is a survivor. A quiet relic, drifting through time. While its flashy cousins went extinct, it kept going, a breathing time capsule from the dawn of the sea. Number 3. The Octopus Eye. If there were an award for best copy-paste in evolution, humans and octopuses would share the stage. 2 species separated by 500 million years somehow built the same invention, a fully functional camera-style eye. One evolved in forests, the other on the ocean floor, yet both apparently said, "Yeah, give me a lens, a retina, and autofocus." Think of it like 2 rival phone companies that accidentally released the same model. Both eyes have a cornea, a lens, and a retina. But here's the twist. The human version is built backward. Our photoreceptor cells, the rods and cones, face inward, so light has to travel through a tangle of nerves before hitting them. That creates a blind spot right where the optic nerve exits the eye. Sounds like a design flaw, right? Actually, it's a brilliant biological hack. Those light-hungry cells sit close to the blood supply and pigment layer, giving them non-stop oxygen and nutrients. Right in front of them sits a layer of neurons that pre-processes data before it even reaches the brain. Basically, your eyes come with a built-in graphics card. Meanwhile, the octopus runs a different operating system. No blind spot, but it's colorblind, only one visual pigment. Yet it can see polarized light, something we can't even imagine. If humans see life in RGB, the octopus is watching in polarized Ultra HD. It's like a GoPro that hunts shrimp. And when it comes to fixing blind spots, humans don't upgrade the hardware, our brain paints over the gap. So we don't actually see the world as it is, we see it as the brain wants it to be. One species is a deep-sea engineer. the other a hallucinating artist. Both prove that evolution doesn't need perfection, just enough genius to blow science's mind. Number 2. The Squid Illusion. If the Oscars had a category for best visual effects underwater, the squid would win every year. It's a living LED display flashing colors, patterns, and textures at will, sand, coral, or gravel, camouflage included. Here's the twist: it does all that while being colorblind. Humans have 3 types of cones. Red, green, blue are full rainbow toolkit. Squid just one option. Technically they should see the world in black and white. Yet somehow they paint better than Photoshop. For decades, scientists argued, if it can't see color, how the hell does it match it? The answer: the W-shaped pupil. While humans try to eliminate chromatic aberration, the light-splitting distortion in lenses, the squid amplifies it. Different colors focus at different depths on the retina. By moving its lens slightly, it can detect which wavelength comes into focus first. In other words, the squid measures blur to read color. No color palette. No RGB sensors. Just a natural blur filter. It's the only creature that literally uses a lens error to see colors. Picture a colorblind photographer manually adjusting a DSLR with a sixth sense for hue. Or an underwater Adobe AI that auto-corrects color while dodging predators. And that's not even its final trick. Squids also see polarized light, spotting transparent prey, and flashing secret communication signals invisible to us. If Marvel ever needs a new hero, meet the Eye. That W-shaped pupil isn't a design flaw, it's proof of optical genius. While humans spend billions building precision lenses, squids make art out of blur. It can't see the rainbow, but it's the one that paints it. Number 1. The box jellyfish. Meet the box jellyfish, nature's brainless assassin. If evolution had a corporate mascot for doing way too much with way too little, this translucent cube of doom would be it. Picture a floating ice cube made of pain, armed with invisible lasers and zero remorse. These guys have been around for hundreds of millions of years, which is hilarious because they've managed to survive without ever inventing a brain. They're fast, they're accurate, and they can swim at nearly 4 knots per hour. That's faster than your uncle's fishing boat on low fuel. Instead of drifting like normal jellyfish, they actually hunt, patrolling mangrove swamps like silent drones with tentacles. Each one comes loaded with 24 eyes arranged in 4 clusters. No bones, no brain, still full panoramic vision. Basically the ocean's GoPro with a kill switch. Now here's the part that melts scientists' neurons: these creatures can learn. Yeah, they have no brain, but they remember stuff. In lab tests, Caribbean box jellies were trained to avoid bumping into gray stripes. After a few headbutts they figured it out. Each of their 4 mini control hubs, called ropalia, acts like a self-contained little computer with 1,000 neurons running visual input, muscle control, and emotional damage simultaneously. Nature basically said, let's skip the brain, we'll just cloud sync everything. Imagine a Roomba that scans your living room, memorizes your furniture, then decides to kill you. That's the box jellyfish. Its tentacles can stretch nearly 10 feet, and are packed with millions of microscopic harpoons carrying venom strong enough to stop a human heart in minutes. If Elon Musk ever built a jellyfish, this would be the prototype: sleek, silent, and guaranteed to bankrupt your health insurance. Oh, and it sleeps. No brain, but it takes naps. Evolution really said power off to recharge the nightmare. So next time someone tells you use your brain, remember the deadliest creature in the ocean doesn't bother. It just uploads the kill order directly from nature's Wi-Fi. And that's another dive into the weird genius of nature. Welcome to Beats Lore, where evolution gets weird, and weird gets explained. Next up, you choose A, the ancient creature that saw through darkness. B, the survivor that outlived the apocalypse. C, the mystery of bodies that glow in the dark. Drop your pick, a B or C, and your reason in the comments. We'll read them and add it to the next ranking. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the world's still full of creatures that make science panic. And we've only scratched the surface of the mystery.